Hello there. Hey, my name is Russell Shaw, and I'm with the Neurocoding Institute and the Amen Clinics. I also work with John Maxwell, but the things I want to talk to you about are from Dr. Amen and Dr. McClendon. You see, we have these thoughts that come along, and what happens whenever you get them? You pull your hair out. You can't sleep at night. And I've been studying this and learning how to move past those things that keep us up at night. And so we have what we call an ants seminar. Yes, ants. How many of you, whenever you hear the word ant, you think something bad? You know, you get ants in your kitchen, you get ants at the picnic. It's like, oh my gosh, ants, they'll just drive you crazy. Where there's one, there's a dozen, right? And then there's 100. And you know, a lot of times, whenever we think about ants, that's kind of the way we think about them. We don't think of just one little ant. If it was just one little ant, squish that baby and we're done. And let me tell you something. You know what happens when you squish an ant? Did you know he sends pheromones out and says, I'm being dead, here, somebody come. And they go into attack mode to come in and attack. But anyway, and I tell you that because a lot of times whenever you have your ants, which are automatic negative thoughts, you got that? Ants are automatic negative thoughts. When you have these automatic negative thoughts, they tend to grow, don't they? And a lot of times we'll have this thought, and then we'll manifest it into something. You know, maybe we'll be thinking what somebody said and do a mind reading ant, okay? Or maybe where something happens and we're going to predict what's going to happen in the future, and we call that a fortune telling ant. Well, there's 8 of these that we're going to go into. And then we're going to talk about how to squish them. And we're going to squish them so they don't send out those pheromones, right? They don't bring in more. Our ants, whenever we have them, what do they? They just seem to produce more. You ever been laying in bed at night and you wake up and next thing you know, you're thinking about an ant. And you know, at first it's kind of small, and then the more you think about it, your heart starts beating. You know, and then next thing you know, I'm going to have a heart attack right here in the bed if they're worrying about this ant. And think about it, as teenagers, you know, in our lives as teenagers, we thought, I'm going to run away from home. I'm going to do that. I mean, we thought about back whenever something happened. We're always wondering how we're going to get out of it. You know, teenagers love to use those ants to try and figure things out. And they just are so tough on us. And so the Amen Clinics, we're talking about how can we get this into our teachers' hands, into our students' hands, because they need this. They need to know how to take care of the ants. Now, I'm sending this out to several people, so direct message me and let's talk about what we can do to help you with the ants. Because whenever I coach other people, the ants is something that come up all the time. I teach the 8 ants and those as we're coaching, and then I talk about, okay, which ant is that that's bugging you? And how can we squish it? How can we determine what it is from your past that's causing this ant today to act up? And then what can we do to keep it out of your future? Let me tell you something. There's nothing worse than having an ant that will just bug you to death. And what's happening is it's a liar. Ants lie to us all the time.